other side of that bathroom. Okay, so
they moved over
the other side of the bathroom is higher than this, and so because it's higher,
it's spilled this way.
Mark, what made you come over and look at this here?
Pardon?
What made you come over and check out?
I'm not sure if it was you or someone else came out onto Avenida when we were working. We were doing the water
That could have been our
services.
tenant.
It may have been because then he had a
There was
phone.
somebody living in this apartment.
Yeah, and well, I didn't know who he was, but he gave me the address, and so I looked and he split it over here, and that's when first thing I did was look at the two cleanouts, and because she wasn't out front, but he was saying there's water in the back, so I went and looked at the cleanouts first because we just installed them. You know, and when I looked in there, as soon as I saw the water in those cleanouts, the first thing I did was turn around and look to the street and start going to the manholes. And that's when I got on the phone and I called, Scott, and I called Jay. I mean, we got the ball rolling right away.
So you're basically the first one here.
Yeah. Then I had Kyle was here too because Kyle came around.
When I got the call, it was spilling at the manhole in the intersection. So that's when we all went over there and tried to.
That wasn't just one. That was
maintain it. We called the city at that point and said, "Hey, the main's backing up."
Yeah, and one reason I probably didn't give as much attention to you guys because I didn't know if there was 20 houses that were experiencing this. Right. And I figured you can't handle this one and 19 others at the same time.
Well, this one unfortunately, this one has to be the lowest one on the street.
Well, this is the first time hearing Chris is saying that another house might have been flooded.
But they had a high bathtub.
They had a bathtub.
So it didn't spill over that
And they want to roll
right. They're up higher.
So no one has any idea what caused the blockage?
No. I mean, there's something in the line. We never saw the video. We're not sure what caused it. I never heard anything from the city. If they found anything or jetted, all we know is that the line went down and it drained.
And we talked about it being water. It wasn't water.
Sewer. Well, no, it was raw sewage. Yeah, I mean, it was sewer
My
water.
throat felt as though I drank acid.
Here's a question. I don't expect you to answer this question, but the city has indicated to my sister, from the engineering department, Monica Munez, after talking to Robert Hanna, Robert Hanna wrote a text to her and said it was the contractor's fault that this happened. So did anybody from the city, Robert Hanna or Monica, or anybody say, hey guys, we're going to hand this off to you to go take care of it?
How about Jenkins?
No, Jenkins is not in that department.
I know, but he immediately said
to me, Mom, you don't understand my question. Excuse me. My question is, one of the guys he's working for is Robert Hanna, right? I mean, he's
a resident.
He wrote,
right. Well, he wrote on a text to Monica Munez because my sister's talking to Monica. What are we going to do? And Monica said Robert Hanna wrote a text to her that it was the contractor's fault.
When was this date?
I think that's been about 10 days ago now, and 2 weeks ago. So we're waiting for something to, we're waiting for the next step. And I'm not blaming you guys, but I'm just saying
well,
I
felt very neglected, and I still do,
somebody's
nobody paid attention to me.
Well, that was never our intent, ma'am, and we're sorry that this
Somebody
even
should have
happened.
notified you, even if it were you.
We knew it was a spill.
I'm sorry, I have to blame everybody.
We thought that they served propane. It was a cleanup, and that was it. We didn't hear anything else. I did not hear anything else until March 2nd when I got a call from you.
Well, I would point some fingers at the city then if the cities didn't communicate with you that there was a problem, because the city's telling us it's not our problem, it's HPS. Well, then, but they have a contract with you, not us. So it's up to them to tell you.
Right. There may be some miscommunication. I mean, somewhere along the lines. So. And we're not saying it was HPS. It's the city who's saying it's HPS. So that's why we're coming to you now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true.
You see? Yeah. So that's between you and the city as to whose fault it is. Now, please help us. And if it's the insurance company is the one to deal with, because this is not your job, I totally understand.
I think the best thing right now is, in moving forward and knowing what we all know now, is that Chris, and you get with Chris and you guys get all the information as far as just start with the Serve Pro and the asbestos and all this stuff and all the information and where it's at. So you can talk to Justice, you can get that information to them, and you can talk to the owner of the company and the executive management. They may contact the city back, you know, so at least they have information, because there's a lot of stuff that I don't know what's been done in your house yet.
Yeah,
If they're gonna fight the
well,
city,
clean
or if
up.
they're gonna turn it into the insurance company, our insurance company, I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Or they're gonna fight with the city, so obviously, we don't want you guys caught in the middle, we wanna be responsive and.
Okay,
that's the-
but as far as you know, Scott, has anybody from the city, what's the word here, indicated that this was HPS's fault and responsibility? Has anybody from the
Not
city?
today, no, not yet. I've not seen any correspondence, I've not had anybody.
I haven't
say
had
anything.
any correspondence,
None.
nothing verbal.
Is just to get this.
They didn't even know
get
about
this
the extent
moving?
of the
Yeah.
damages
Is,
until
do you
today.
know if Robert's in the field today, Robert Hunter? We could
Uh,
just meet up with him and say,
You
Is-
call
is-
meet up whenever you want with him, yeah, he worked last night, I think.
Yeah, went till about
So-
12:30 with us last night, yeah.
well, all the parties are together there at the same
Sure.
time, it might be good to call him right
I
now.
don't know if we want to do that. I mean, do we want to get into finger pointing? I mean, here now? I mean, that's not
Okay.
how, I don't know if that's
I
gonna
don't,
help.
I don't
Mom.
think that's gonna help the biggest thing is getting it repaired
Getting
and
it
finding out
dealt
who's
with so
paying
that-
for it.
that
And we,
she's
from a
got the price to
contractor
get
side,
back
we
into
just
it.
need that information, Chris, of
Sorry?
what you guys have.
Of the,
I said right now, the important thing is getting your mom's house fixed. The question is the city paying for it or HPS, and that's a fight between probably the city and HPS.
Yes.
But I think the information, for our sake, we need whatever information you can
Okay,
send to
that's what-
justice.
that's what we're gonna-
I think that's a starting point.
Okay, and we probably to let you guys do your job, we're saying probably better to deal with justice on those things.
Yeah, we're the field guys running the job, so
Right.
he's operations manager up there, he
But
reports directly
At
to
least you can be the
the.
eyes and ears for justice, so hey, yeah, there's a problem there, so he knows.
Yeah, and I did, I
and we've
talked,
already notified him.
Good, okay, all right, sounds good,
so,
all right, very good.
thank you. Nice to meet you.
All right.
I just wanted to say
Thanks,
something.
sorry.
Sophie, I'm terribly sorry about all the inconvenience that this has caused you.
As I said, I'm still numb, but I do want to say something. Last year when you were working here, and this year, up until this happened, I've never met a working crew as polite and professional. And I'm really surprised because 2 years ago, the city was working on something in the street here, and there were about 12 guys working, and I just told Chris today, and Frank knows, they sound like a bunch of drunken men. And compared to your crew, you all sound as though you're not even laborers, you're just enjoying the work, and everything was so smooth, but all the noise going on, and I know all the problems they've had, and they always had a smile on their face. So whatever you've done to that crew is amazing, and I hope you continue with it, because like I said, I'm still numb from it all, and I just feel very hurt that nobody paid attention to me. The only thing that I'm happy about that Frank found a place for me to live, but it's not the same. I wake up in the middle of the night and I hear water running in the bathroom. I've never had nightmares in my life. I don't believe in those things, but I am still having nightmares. So I hope you understand.
Well, we're sorry you're put out, and we'll get to the bottom of it. I mean, if it's a fight between HPS and city, we just need all the info you guys have to get over there so they can
My
start
children
that.
are trying to help me by protecting me, by not
Sure.
telling me things, and yet we have to find some closure to this. So I hope you understand
Absolutely.
my emotions.
All right, well, thanks for coming out. On a totally unrelated question, what will it take, in your experience, to replace the water line that was here, that was fed to the sidewalk? You recall that incident? It's pretty easy. Put that in with the guys who put the water on, and plug it right around there. And then later did the city, they said, no, we're not gonna do that unless.
I think your meter box is right there.
Yeah, but-
Put a new meter in.
No,
I
you
think
did
it
that
was a
one.
stiff for an abandoned, what they call an abandoned service. It was an old service maybe at some point that had run to the property. And I think at that point, I think the city wanted you to go and pay and pull a permit while Mark was on this street. Because now this line is energized, it's been chlorinated, backfeed, signed off, and everyone on this street all the way down is on the new main, all the old cast iron line was ripped out. So at that point, I guess a permit was not pulled and we were not directed to put one in.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with your responsibility, but this was our frustration with the city, because my brother called me and said,